Live. There we go. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so very much for being here. Everyone that's tuned in at this time, I greatly appreciate it. Anybody that's watching this on the replay, again, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Great bounce back win. We needed this, right? We got a 5-game road trip ahead of us. We got to go, 4-1 on this road trip at least. We got a huge game coming up on Friday. That's going to be massive. But glad we got this win, right? Got the revenge game, got the bounce back game. That's what we really needed. Love Austin Reaves, the too small. It was just beautiful. I love seeing that. But in general, just great all-around effort. The effort was there much more this game than it was in the last game for sure. And guys really stepped up. We're also 4-0 with LeBron, D'Lo, AD, everyone together. So that is just good. But diving into the box scores, Vanderbilt was hitting some threes today. That was nice. If he can knock down, I've talked about this on numerous occasions. If he can knock down that corner three just consistently, he doesn't have to even be elite. Just shoot, league average, 35%. That would be just massive. But yeah, he came in, great defense, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 8 points. And then you had our big three, LeBron James. I love the game plan today. I love the execution. The Bulls were small, run the offense on the lower block with LeBron and let him make decisions, and it killed the Bulls today. LeBron gave us 25 points, 2 steals, 4 assists, 7 rebounds, and he also had 3 offensive, which were huge. You had D'Angelo Russell, great night. And I'm excited for Friday because D'Lo, he didn't get to play in the last Timberwolves game, right? He was out, and so this is going to be a huge kind of like revenge game for D'Lo coming up on Friday. But in general, D'Lo, who he had 17 points, 1 steal, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Was 2 of 4 from 3, 7 to 12 from the field overall. So just really efficient. Reaves, getting too small. I love it. He came in with 19 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. But again, made a community post about it. We need to keep Reaves on the bench. I know he was great tonight, and he deserves to start. Don't get me wrong; he absolutely deserves to start. But he's so valuable in that gap position. So valuable off the bench. It makes our bench unit just flow better and just gives us more efficiency off the bench as that secondary playmaker. So I really do think that he's very valuable in that bench role. I think you got to move Beasley back because he looks lost out there with the bench unit because they don't have anybody that can set him up, right? So he has no way of being effective at all. Right. But if he's in that starting lineup, you have LeBron and you have D'Angelo Russell to kind of get him quality looks, give him more effectiveness. And even if he's not hitting shots, at least he's spreading the floor because teams got to actually, respect him and challenge him. So I definitely think that that's an adjustment that needs to be made personally. We'll see how that goes. But Anthony Davis was the Anthony Davis we know and love. He had 38 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. That's the AD we need. Rui got some minutes, 16 minutes, was 3 of 6 from the field, 6 points, 4 rebounds. And again, just a nice, solid effort by everybody today. But anyway, diving into the chat. Appreciate everyone being here. Let's get into the comments. If this man, don't shut up about Moronco. Right, gotta get those plugs. Gotta make the money. Right, is Rui really worth $10 million though? If I had to choose to keep him or Brown for that price, I'm keeping Brown. Not gonna lie, I like his game, but Ham can't use him well enough. I mean, he's a guy that needs the ball to really ultimately be effective. I think he's worth $10 million. At worst case, he becomes a valuable trade chip because there's teams that could be looking at him and going, oh, we could use him, right? So I definitely think. That they should keep Rui for 10 mil. Good thing is he won't be more than that. But XRP coming in hot with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Love the videos, bro. Keep up the great work. Great win tonight, but the bench was absolutely horrendous tonight. But the starting 5, man, oh man. Yeah, first off, again, thank you so very much. I really appreciate you. And secondly, yeah, it was not a great bench night, but that's why I talk about like we need Reeves in that bench. He absolutely deserves to start. He absolutely was great in the starting role. He plays so well off of like D'Lo and LeBron, and just I mean the starting unit just it just looks beautiful, right? I mean it's insanely dominant, right? Um, but he's just so valuable in that bench role. He just adds that stability, add that glue. So I look to hopefully Ham making that adjustment in the Timberwolves game. Not just that, but like if Beasley was ever going to have a good game, you think it would be the Timberwolves game, right? So back in Minnesota, right? Like D'Lo, Beasley, Vando, you would think that they would have a better game. But we'll see how it goes. But that starting unit is just it's really nice. It really is. It's really nice. But again, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Go Lakers. Yes, let's go. Love it. I absolutely love it. Um, what a performance from the big three and supporting cast. So enjoying watching this game. Yeah, this team is just it's so much fun. And now again we're 4-0. Healthy, not fully healthy. We're still missing Mo Bamba, but yeah, it's good. It's good to see. It's good to see. Love the too small from Reeves to Bev. I love it too. That was just beautiful. Like I was waiting for that. I was waiting for somebody to do it. I'm so glad. So glad that happened. Let's go Lakers. Yes. I'm somewhat concerned about our bench. I'm not because I think it's an easy adjustment. Our bench was averaging like 60 a game before this Bulls matchup, and moving Reeves into the starting lineup. I think it's a simple fix. You just move Reeves back to the bench unit. He's better at getting other guys involved over Schroeder. Like Schroeder's good at what he does. Change of pace, fast break, getting to the rim, drive and kick. Just being that kind of pest defensively. But he's not the playmaker that Reeves is. Like Reeves is the guy that you see with the bench. He's getting Rui in his spot, right? Rui is able to get and just pull up, or he's setting up guys, or he's able to get to the basket and generate offense. Like I think it's a simple fix. Huge win. Let's win these last 5. Yes. Well, we have 6 games left. But yes, I would love to win all 6 of them. We have Rui's. We have bird rights with Rui. Not sure if we have bird rights with Brown. We do not have bird rights with Brown, but we should be able to keep him for probably like the taxpayer mid level. I don't see him getting much more than that. It's like $5-6 million a year. I don't think Brown's going to get that much more than that. And I could see him staying with the Lakers. Like let's say somebody offers him 8. I could see him taking the $2 million discount to stay with the Lakers. I don't think it's going to be like with Austin Reeves, where like that's a real concern, where like a team could backload that contract and offer him a lot. I don't think you're going to have to worry about that with Brown. This is great. This is a great comment. Pat Bev, the spoon was a fork today. That was a good one. That made me laugh. Dude, that was hilarious. That analogy. We said I'm a spoon, but they use me as a fork. Oh my God, man. Not hating, but Beasley had my blood pressure going up. Either way, great game, Blake Show. I'm with you 100%, kid. But again, Beasley he is good at one thing and one thing only: spreading the floor and knocking down shots. I guess that's technically 2 things, but kind of classify that as one. Because if you're knocking down shots, you're spreading the floor. He needs guys that can set him up, right? He's not great at putting himself in a position to generate other offense by himself, right? That's why I think he has to be in the starting lineup. He has to. Because one, even if he's not shooting well, we have enough offense between like LeBron and D'Lo and AD to where you'll be fine. But also, he at least keeps the floor spread. He at least keeps, guys honest, right? Even if he's not hitting shots, guys are still glued to him because teams know if he sees the ball go in the hoop, he could hit 4, 5, 6 threes in a row. He's done it his whole career. So I think the only way you're going to make Beasley even relatively effective is by putting him in the starting lineup. and move in Reeves to the bench. I just think that that's the way you got to do it. Again, there's an argument to be made for Troy Brown. There's an argument to be made for Reeves, all that stuff. But I like the bench unit of Schroeder, Reeves, Brown, Rui, Gabriel. I think that that's a great. I think you can do, like Darvin Ham wants to do that shift change. I think you can do that shift change if you have a lineup like, if you have that being your bench unit. But coming in hot, $2 super chat, Johnny. Thank you so much. Rui proving why he needs playing time yet again. No, he was solid. He was great in the time he was in. And look, Ham rewarded him. I liked it. I liked seeing it. He should continue to play going forward. Again, he's a guy, he needs setup, right? You need to utilize him on the block, let him get to his spot. They just take him out of place too much. That's the problem. But I mean, to be fair, he's like the 7th, 8th guy. So, but he's solid. And then Cole coming in hot with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Keep up the great work, man. Your videos have made me interested in the NBA again. Well, seriously, that's very kind of you. I really appreciate that. And absolutely, going nowhere. We're here for the long haul. Here to grow. Here to climb. On the road, hopefully to 20K soon. Need to hit 15K first. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I greatly appreciate it. Take a quick second. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You have no idea how much it helps. But again, Cole, I really do appreciate the support and everybody. It's very kind. And it's beautiful when we're getting these kind of wins and we're looking the way that we're looking. I mean, we controlled that game for the most part, start to finish. A little rough in the second quarter, but for the most part, it was just good win. But again, Cole, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Let's see. Reeves with the too small celebration was perfect. I was just chef kiss. I was like, let's go. I was so pumped. I was watching that game just pumped. Slide Reeves to the bench and have him close. Yeah, exactly. Simple fix, in my opinion. Let's see. Pat Bev got clowned all game. He did. And it was beautiful. Beautiful. Little humbling experience. Brixley does not deserve to be put on the Lakers jersey ever again. He'll be fine. I know you hate plus minus, but all positives for the starting five and negatives for the bench. Every player on our bench is too inconsistent, to be honest. I don't hate plus minus. I don't. Plus minus can tell an interesting story. My problem is that people use plus minus as like the be all end all. And most people don't understand everything that goes into plus minus. Like people think like, oh, a guy was he was a plus 20. Why didn't he play 30 minutes? And it's like, well, he didn't do anything. It's like, who was in the court? What kind of runs were you on? Like, there's just so many factors that go into it. So I don't hate plus minus. I like plus minus. And I've used plus minus as an argument tool, as like a way to highlight certain things. I just think most people, when they try to use plus minus as an argument, don't really know what plus minus ultimately tells you. And therefore, that's when I'm like, no, you're right. That's not a good argument. But in this scenario, yes, plus minus was great to tell you because, all the starters went on all the runs and we dominated, right? And then the bench points. I mean, what did we have? We had 12 bench points, something like that. We were terrible off the bench. We had what? We had 6. We had 14. So I was close. I said 12. We had 14 bench points, which again is not great, not what you want to see. But again, I don't hate plus minus. I actually think it is a very decent stat. It just isn't the be all end all that people try to make it out to be. That's the only thing. But JSoft coming in hot to $20 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Analysis is off. You don't solve this by putting AR on the bench. Stagger your ball handlers and don't have Dennis and Beasley on the floor at the same time. Rui 6-man when you play Dennis and Beasley based on matchups. But here's the thing, is that we have shown all season how effective Austin Reeves is with the bench unit, right? Like, can you keep him in the starting lineup? Yes. But then you got to keep D'Lo, Braun, or Reeves in at all times, right? Which you want to have different lineups, different looks, different matchups, stuff like that. And I get you want to match up to the team that you're playing. But a simple fix to always solve that without having somebody like a LeBron play 40 minutes, or like Reeves play 50 minutes or 40 minutes in a tight game, stuff like that, is you just move Austin Reeves to the bench. You bring Beasley in as a starting unit, and then you have Reeves play and stagger his minutes with the bench unit. I mean, it's what they've done, and it was super effective all year. Reeves really is best in that gap spot. And to further this point, to further my analysis, is like, look at the previous games, right? Austin Reeves, he had solid games, don't get me wrong, but if you watch those games, he does too much at times when he's starting, right? It's almost like he feels like I have to play great, where he puts more pressure on himself in the starting lineup than he does off the bench, right? And I just think, however you slice it, when you look at it, he's most effective with our bench unit, and it allows us to not have to heavily stagger LeBron, right, and wear LeBron out, or keep D'Lo in for and wear him down, right? Especially with both of those guys, they're in and out of the lineups constantly. Like, Reeves has been our one constant. Why not just have him continue to be that constant? That's my point. Is that I just think it's a simple fix. Why try to complex things when you can simply just move him here and boom, everything's fixed and all is right in the world. That's my only thing. Rui, they got to play calls for him. And like I said, Reeves is better at being playmaker. Dennis Schroeder isn't great at playmaker. And then Beasley, if you don't play Dennis and Beasley together, then you're never going to play either or. And again, so then you're now heavily going into Austin Reeves, or you're heavily going into D'Angelo Russell, or you're heavily going into LeBron, when you don't have to do that. Like, why wear that down? Now, that might be something that they do come the playoffs, right? Come playoff time, I actually agree with you at that point, right? Like, at that point, if you want to bring Reeves into the starting lineup and then you want to just kind of stagger him, because at that point, you're only running 7 to 8 guys anyway. I have no problems with that. But for the regular season, these last 7 games, I'd rather keep guys healthy, make the simple adjustment, and all is good. But again, I really greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat. I do. I really appreciate you. Where were we? This was a great win, but we have a few rotation problems, like Reeves need to go to the bench. No scorer off the bench. And Malik Beasley, unacceptable. He not shooting good at all, and he cost us 4 turnovers. Yeah, he was just clumsy today, is a way to put it nicely. But again, it's why he's not a guy that should be running and distributing the ball. I think he's a guy, again, he's a setup guy. He's a guy that needs the setup. You run him in the starting unit. Again, this is just my opinion. Some people might disagree, but I just think it makes the most sense to have him be in the starting lineup, because you have 2 playmakers in D'Lo and LeBron who are going to get him the best looks possible. And if you're ever going to wake him up and have him knock down shots, which we've seen him for his career be able to do, then I think that's how you do it. You move him back in the starting lineup. You run him with LeBron. You run him with D'Lo. Boom. Now, even if he's not hitting shots, then you still have him with the floor spacing, and you can always just pull him early, right? Like, if he goes 0-3, take him out. You don't have to keep him in long, but at least it kind of negates the negative with him. And you don't have to have him handle the ball as much as when, if D'Lo has the ball, or not D'Lo, Schroeder, it's either Schroeder or it's like one of those other guys. Where if you move Reeves, well, now you don't ever have to worry about Beasley running point at any point. But again, appreciate that. Thought the Lakers were worse with LeBron. I saw a bunch of comments like that, which are it's just silly. But hey, people are who they are. Johnny coming in out to $2 super chat. Again, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. As long as Reeves close games, also Troy over Bees. Yeah, like I just think if you're ever going to make him effective in any capacity, you got to start. There is a real argument for Troy Brown. I actually think Troy Brown makes a lot of sense, right? To go, you got that defense. He's been very consistent. He didn't have a great game today, but for the most part, he's been one of our more consistent guys all season. But even just from a defensive standpoint, I don't mind it at all. I could see him making that adjustment. I could see him moving Reeves to the bench and then starting Troy Brown at the 2, which I wouldn't hate. But I just think if you're ever going to draw out Beasley, you got to start him. Start him with your 2 best playmakers and hope that he picks it up at some point. It's kind of my thought process with it all. But again, appreciate you, Johnny. Our bench tried to give this one away. Yeah, definitely. Friday, we need a win also. We do. That might be the most important game during the 6-game stretch, like for real. It sucks the Clippers won because I don't think we're going to catch the war. I really don't think we're going to be, as much as it pains me, I really don't think we're going to end up hitting that 6th spot. Maybe, if we go 7-0, then maybe I think there's a real chance. But I mean, you just look at the Warriors schedule. They might lose like one more game the rest of the season. The Clippers, they probably only lose, like, if we beat them, they might lose one other game besides us. So it's just, you look at it and you're just like, I don't see them. Memphis is out here sitting everybody but Ja. Yeah. And I mean, look, and the Clippers didn't even have Kawhi tonight or Paul George, and they still got the win. It's tough. But yeah, anyway, just a thought. What happened to Beverly? He got humbled. That's what happened to Beverly. Vando Cherry on top points was a great touch tonight. Yes, exactly. It was any points he gets Cherry on the top. I love it. Ayo, that 2 small for Reeves had me and said, bros, like, I for real was like, I was screaming at the team. I was like, get him, tell him. Like, dude, that had me so hyped. I was so, man, that had me hyped. What a performance from Big 3, especially on Davis Sporting Cast. The Reeves, too small is the highlight. Dude, that was just, it was beautiful. Like, that was just the icing on the cake for real. We win despite awful lineups by Coach Ham. Coach Ham did great tonight. The bench didn't show up. And he made the adjustments. He kept AD, and then he kept LeBron, and then he kept D'Lo and LeBron. And bro, like, what is up with the Mavs? I know they're overrated, but geez, dude, I mean, it's good for us because they have the tiebreaker over us. But they don't have defense. Like, they can't stop anybody. And unless Kyrie and Luka have some like crazy heroics, it's just nothing's gonna change. But what else? Where was Westbrook on the Lakers? Yeah, seriously. Bad Bev is clown dude irrelevant. Yeah. Vando, come on, gets a corner ball and work on his hands and finishing. He's going to be deadly. Yeah, I mean, he does. If he can work on just his game around the rim, and like I said, he doesn't even have to be elite from that corner 3. Just like consistent. Just can he shoot league average? Like, he's gonna be really good. The 2 small was beautiful. D'Lo looking fine as hell. I feel it. No one beating our starters. I worry about the bench without Reeves. That's why I really lean towards just make the simple adjustment, move Reeves to the bench. He deserves to start. Like, if I'm Ham, I'm pulling Reeves in and I'm going, hey, dude, I want you to start. You absolutely deserve to start. You know it. I know it. But the bench needs you, man. The bench needs you. You got to make the sacrifice for the team. Like, I don't see Reeves going, nah. Like, I think he'll do it. Take that, Bev. I know. Troy Brown should start at the 2. I wouldn't mind it, like I said, and there is a real argument for that. I just think if you're ever going to get something out of Beasley, it's going to be with the starters. We told y'all, calm down. Lakers winning the next one, too. AD about to go crazy. Facts. Beautiful shit. Put Reeves as the 6th man. Yeah, I think you got to. Hell no. Bron James, bad Bev. I love it. Not going to lie. Nobody could stop DeMar. Brown was getting fried. I mean, that's DeMar's game, though. I mean, the dude's putting up 50 points every other game. You're never going to stop him. He's too good of a scorer. You just try to slow him down as much as possible. But the combo of D'Lo and Bron on the court is the difference. It frees up Davis. Yeah, agree, without a doubt. And just their ability to just do so much, it's helpful. Beasley is lost, period. I don't know. I think you got to give him a chance. I don't think it's a coincidence. His best stretch with us was when D'Lo and LeBron were on the court together. Troy can play perimeter D and can shoot three better than Beasley. I don't know if he could shoot better than Beasley. Like when Beasley's got it, he's got it. Beasley just needs to get his confidence back. Troy Brown's been solid, but Troy Brown could be inconsistent from 32. Don't get me wrong, but he is better defensively. Let's see what happening to keeping TBJ at the 2 when D'Lo comes back. I would like that. Again, Reeves, he's probably looking at Reeves deserves to start, which again, I do believe he does. Got to make that adjustment. I wouldn't be surprised if Brown is the one that starts at 2 against the Timberwolves. For real though, D'Lo and Braun together is so elite. The game feels different with all of them. But yeah, it proofs in the pudding so far. Again, we're 4-0. That's not like a crazy sample size, but it's telling. Right, it gives you at least a pretty good indication. And we've played some pretty good teams. You played the Warriors, the Grizzlies. The Bulls have been hot. They've won like 7 out of the last 10. Have been playing good basketball, and like all of those have been like road games too. We played like Chicago at their home, and then we played the Warriors in Golden State. We played Grizzlies in Memphis. Like, so we're winning on the road too. Can't balk out. That sucks. Yeah. Let's go, boys. Big win. What does Pat Bev got to say now? He's too small. I loved it. Missed free throws is killing AD's 40-point game. Yeah, dude, that guy's got to figure out. It's got to be his mental. It's got to be something going on with the mental. He's got to figure that out. This is why the Mavs will always be a poverty franchise when the time comes. They lose, and it's time. Lose, they win. Poverty. Yeah. Good game from AD and Braun. Much needed. Yes. It was a great game plan. Great execution. You knew that they were small. Put LeBron on the block. Let him make plays. Like they knew. Everyone knew what the assignment was. Everyone did their job. Great execution. Pat Bev way too small. D'Lo and LeBron's chemistry is fun to see. Yeah. Just solid quality IQ guys. Yes, we need Troy Brown at the 2. Then we have the size, pretty good spacing with Brown and D'Lo. Like I said, I wouldn't mind it. Wouldn't mind it at all. Thank you, Sammy. Yes, if you haven't yet, take a quick second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Really does. Helps me out a ton. And I would greatly appreciate it. Ham has got to stagger, and Schroeder should not get signed next year. He's not good enough setting guys up. He's still a solid piece. And he's had some really big games for us. And you got to keep in mind, he's a vet minimum deal. He's played better than his $1.2 million. He's just not the playmaker that like D'Lo, Reeves, and LeBron are. But he does have value. Let's see. Some guys can't handle the pressure of being a Laker. Beasley can't handle it. He's got to get quality looks too. You keep Rui, Reeves, and Vando. Yes. Tyler, I'm going to call it what it is at this point. Beasley is playing like straight garbage. He absolutely is, without a doubt. Like, he's not playing. He's bad. He's playing really bad. But I think if you're ever going to give him, if he's ever going to figure it out, it's with your 2 best playmakers. Have him be with the 2 best playmakers. At worst, he's just a floor spreader that's going to help AD and LeBron. And then if he's not hitting shots, you pull him out. Beasley was hot garbage tonight. He was rough. What else? And testing his playoff rotations, only 8 players with 20 plus minutes. Yeah. We're getting to that point, right? He's got to start figuring that out. Start figuring out like what's our rotation going to be? Who's going to be our, 8, 9 guys at that, if that. That's what you got to figure out. Lakers winning championship. Fully healthy. Just too many good bench players. Chemistry is good. Yeah. I think we have a real shot. Like a real legit shot. Let's see. Let's go. Lakers for life. Keep the pedal down. Yes. Got to keep it going. Just have Reeves closed. That's all that matters. Yeah. Like I said, you can absolutely do that. And there's no problem with it. So, keep Beasley just to trade him 100. That could very well be a possibility, right? What's up, Tyler? love the talk about Reeves earlier. I definitely see what you're saying now until we get someone who else can lead the bench with Dennis, and we need to keep him there. Yeah, it's just like I said, he deserves it by all means, but he solves so many problems by coming off the bench. Um, Turning the ball over, yeah, Schroeder turning the ball over doesn't help. Neither does Beasley turning the ball over. Anybody turning the ball. Lakers for life, yes, facts. Braun dropped the most casual 25-7-4 game ever. Right? I felt like that too. It just like he was just like there. I mean, but that just is a testament to how good this team is and can be, right? Like I've talked about it before. They had that game against the Warriors where they had where LeBron had like 12 points and AD had 13 and we won by 20. Like we don't need LeBron to be Superman. We just need him to play within the scope, go get his, damn near triple double, and we're good. Beasley should get no minutes at all. He needs a full reboot. The only way you're going to get him rebooted is if you play him. And I know it's frustrating. I know it sucks, but we need his shooting for the playoffs. You got to try to get him going for the playoffs. Because, I mean, if he can turn it around by the time the playoffs come around, I don't see anybody beating us. I really don't. And I'm not talking about he has to be 8 of 11 from three. I'm talking about can he just give us 4 or 5 threes a game on 12 attempts or whatever? If he takes 8 attempts, can he knock down 3 or 4? If he gets 10 plus attempts, can he knock down 4 or 5? Just that consistently, night in and night out. But the only way you're going to do that is by actually having him play. And a balance to let Reeves do his thing. Yeah, that too. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I'm loving Braun and D'Lo. Frees up AD, dominate. Yeah, it makes things so much smoother. Beasley, D'Lo, and Vando better come out blazing versus the Wolves. Also, we still don't have a center. Whiteside dropping 43 points, 19 rebounds, and Puerto Rico crazy. Yeah, I wanted him so bad. I really did. I don't think they're going to bring in a center. I really don't. Would have been nice, especially against this Wolves game, because that's going to be interesting. You're going to have probably LeBron on Cat and then AD on Rudy. It's going to be tough, but I think we can get it. Yeah, and we didn't have D'Lo last game, right? And so D'Lo, this is the game that we've been waiting for, that revenge game, right? That okay, you traded me, watch. Love Reeves' too small gesture. I'm with it. It was a beautiful thing. The problem with having Dennis by himself leading the second unit is because he has too much responsibility with the ball in a sense. That's why you have Reeves on the bench. Is so much better. Yeah. Let's see. Brown on the minimum again. I think he deserves more than the minimum, but I would love that. That could happen. Still need to work on keeping the ball. Yes, agreed. I mean, it didn't help that Beasley had 3 or 4, and then Schroeder had several. Let's win all these games and avoid the plan. That's basically what we're gonna have to do. The only way I see us getting the 6th seed at this point is if we go 7-0. I don't think it's impossible. I don't, but I just I think it's something that can happen. Or it's not likely to happen, is what I meant. Let's see. Brown didn't do well today on offense, but he made it difficult for LaVine today, showing his value again. Again, yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of having a guy that can actually play defense, right? Even when he's not hitting it. What place are we in now? We are currently in 8th. So now it's just kind of weathering the storm from here on out. Brown needs to start. Yes. Like I said, I wouldn't mind it at all. Big guns dominate the Bulls. Yes, it is great. Beasley can create. I feel he needs to get to the line, stop taking all these threes. Problem is, it's not really been his game very much. But I don't know. Hopefully he turns it around. I knew LeBron was going to solve some of the rebound problems. Oh, absolutely. Just his aggression is very helpful. Let's see. He will get screwed. I mean, the only way you're going to get him back is if you play him. And again, I just think you give him a chance with the starters. I don't think it was a coincidence that his best stretch was with the starters, And I do. I think you just gotta give him a shot. Give him a shot. Give him a shot. That's what you gotta do. Damn, Detroit almost pulled off the upset. Yeah, I saw that they lost by 1. That sucks. That sucks. I thought he'd be better with LeBron, but Dame Beasley is atrocious. I mean, he didn't really play much with LeBron. I mean, he was primarily with the second unit, and he's not gonna. Schroeder's not setting him up the way that we need him to. Gave up a game-winning putback. They almost had OKC. Damn, really? Is that how they lost? That's tough. Bucka, yes, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I'd greatly appreciate you. If you all just took a quick second, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe. If you haven't liked, hit that like. It would mean a ton. It really does help me out. I'm putting TBJ in the starting line unit, and I will only play Beasley in garbage time. I get it. Like I said, it would just be so nice to get Beasley going. It really would. If we can just get Beasley going. Now, that may be wishful thinking. It absolutely might. I mean, there's been no indication otherwise. But he also has only played 3 games with LeBron and D'Lo. And in those 3 games, he had a great stretch. He had that one where he hit like 8 of 10 or whatever. He had that other game where he shot 50%. So I just think you got to give him a shot with the starting unit because it would just be so valuable. Like if he can just find his groove getting into the playoffs, it would be so helpful. Yeah, Rui did. Rui was nice today. Troy's size and defense alone makes him more valuable in the starting lineup. I get it. Like I said, I get it. He can hit enough threes to provide spacing. Yeah, absolutely. Russ killed it 5-5 on 3, 36 points and 10 boards. Yeah, he was. Lakers over Sixers in 6. Facts. Electric Kane plus he is consistent. Yes, Troy Brown has been very consistent. He's been one of the most consistent guys all year. I hope Timberwolves lose. I hope so too. We need them to lose, and then we got to beat them, and then that's good. I mean, in all honesty, though, I think we're just competing with the Timberwolves for home court in that play-in matchup. I think that's all it is at this point. We can't run Beasley at the 3, so he has to start at the 2 if we're having a bad game. Just keep Austin Reeves in the closing lineup to give him more minutes. Yeah, that's why I say I just think you start him, give him an opportunity. If he doesn't have it, take him out. Dallas lost. That's big. Yes, that is huge. Let's see. Lonnie the fourth is better than Beasley. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe at like just getting to the rim, but he's not a better shooter, and he's just as bad, if not worse, defensively. Let's see. Russ went crazy today, playing like MVP Russ. Clippers needed that to hate and love to see it. Yeah, it is. It's just that would have been nice if they would have taken the L. This is good. Clippers falling for the Westbrook bait. Yeah. Let's go Lakers. Yes, I love it. That's because we're starting, right? Yeah. Let's go, Tyler. What's going on, Snorlax? Appreciate you being here. And yes, it was great. Great win. Now Reeves is better off the bench in general. You can close with him. Yeah, exactly. You just bring him off the bench and then close. LeBron James is getting his rhythm back. You called that. Bron, D'Lo do when this team plays healthy. They are undefeated, and people really don't understand that 1-0 2-way run that will hopefully put them in the 60s. That's what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. And yeah, LeBron, like I said, a game or two, he'll get his rhythm back and he'll be fine. He looked great tonight, and I expect it to continue going forward. I really do. With Bron, AD, and D'Lo on the floor, you don't need Reeves. You start TBJ and let Reeves lead the second unit on the ball. Yeah, I am with you. D'Lo going to go off next game against the Timberwolves. I really am expecting him to. Like, I really am. I'm really expecting a just great D'Lo game. Fix our first quarter woes. Start Reeves. Don't think they should change except for TBJ. Yeah, I just think Reeves solves all of our bench issues. Has some good regular season games, guaranteeing long minutes in the playoffs. Then it happens, yeah. But he started, yeah. D'Lo was wonderful. Let's go. Yes, I love it. I love the win. It was beautiful. Let's see. Need to have AD or LeBron on the court at all times. Yes, I mean, look, Darvin Ham likes to. He's from the school of, the Bucks, Budenholzer, like where he'll sit like Giannis and Middleton, or he'll sit like Giannis and Holiday, or sometimes all three. And they kind of have those shift changes, which was fine. It was working. It was okay. I mean, like I said, our bench was giving us like 60 a game at one point, but Reeves was also a big part of that. Um, Reeves fixed our first quarter win starting. If you missed it, yeah. I mean, he helped with it. Yes, exactly. With D'Lo playing, you don't need Reeves starting yet. Reeves really comes out more when we have to win. Yeah, he is good. I think that it's time to sign another big. Yeah, and Rudy not finna on Friday. Yeah, problem is I don't think they're going to. I wish they do. I would love for them to, but I don't think they will. When will Mo Bamba be back? Hopefully the first round of the playoffs. That's the hope. He won't be back for the regular season. That game made me smile so much. Oh my God, Pat Bev got clowned. I loved it. And I love that it was Austin Reeves that did it. I really did. I love that Austin Reeves did the too small thing. Great to see D'Lo back with LeBron and AD. It just looks so good. It really does. It looks beautiful. D'Lo is an elite 3-point shooter at this point. He really is. He's really good. Really good. And he's just really good at playing off the ball. And he's prioritizing it. Yeah, he's been really good off the ball. Really good. I torture all my friends. It's how I show love. No one will experience the torture you've been tortured with. If we can stay healthy and stop losing, we can be a problem. Yeah, it's just the key. Stop losing, right? Let's go. Yes, I love it. Love the win. Solid win. Uh, Lakers winning the chip, fellas. I would love that. I would love that. Why are we talking about a guy that hits shots every other week? Uh, we giving Bees too much credit. He's trash. He has been. He has not been good at all. Lakers should have won. Lakers should have won. What's surprising is how the Clippers won. Yeah, I agree with that. The Clippers should have just. Do you know why Ham refuses to play Lonnie instead of Beasley? It seems like it's either Lonnie or Rui whose minutes suffer, and they don't even play the same position. I mean, well, Rui's played. He's had his games where he's played more minutes than others. Now that LeBron's back, LeBron's going to get a big bulk of that. So Rui's only going to get probably 15, 20 minutes at most. Lonnie, problem with Lonnie is just he's either just he's a lot like Beasley, right? You saw he had a 20-point game and then he had like a 2-point game, right? Like he's tunnel vision at times. He's not very good defensively. Like there's a lot of problems with Lonnie too. And that's the problem. It's like kind of just pick your poison. And then if Lonnie starts playing and he's terrible, then everyone's going to be like, "Why are you playing Lonnie?" Like it's just, it is what it is. Yeah, Brown is very consistent. Oh, it's because I didn't see this. Austin said Brown is not consistent. Brown has been one of our most consistent players all year. All year, Brown is very consistent. One of our most, yeah. They won't be good in the playoffs. Sorry, guys. And what makes you come to that conclusion? This Lakers team is literally built for the playoffs. Mid-range, 3-point shooting, playmaking, half-court offense, number one defense. Like, I mean, there's not very many teams better than what the Lakers would be in the playoffs. Let's go Lakers. Yes, I love it. I love it. Pat Bev, yeah, I love seeing it. I loved it. Lakers must go 7-0 to get the 6 seed. I really do. I think if they don't go 7-0, I don't think we get the 6 seed. And that's the only way we get the 6 seed. Reeves' revenge on Pat Bev was too small. I love that. It was just absolutely beautiful. What's going on, Butt Kicker? Appreciate you being here. How are you? I would left Reeves in the bench because Dennis kind of gets too excited. Yeah, I just think they need to move him back. It sucks, but Lakers need Dame. I would love to go get Dame. Like I said, that's just kind of like a personal thing, though. Reeves got to start. We were like a plus 20 with starters. Yeah, but he rounds out the bench so well. Our bench was atrocious. Lakers will be great in the playoffs. Lakers have everything they need to be really good in the playoffs. Does that mean they'll win a championship? No, that doesn't mean they'll win a championship. I think they're very capable of it. I think that they can, but they're literally built for the playoffs. Most underrated player on the team. D'Lo is so nice, so nice. Beasley has completely lost his confidence. He doesn't even know what to do anymore. Yeah, that's becoming a problem. Was 0-4. Yeah. Uh, Beasley can't get much worse. Yeah. Great. Can't. AD definitely going to have to show up Friday. Yeah. We're going to need everybody to show up on Friday. I think Vando was good under Rosen, kept him below his average. Yep, that's all you're trying to do. Just keep guys below their average. Just keep guys modest, right? Tyler, a fiddle of gold against your soul says that I'm better than you. Fiddle of gold against your soul. I think D'Lo will have the big game against the Wolves. I think so too. I think it is because, like I said, he didn't play last game. Beasley should sit and Lonnie Walker should play. I mean, Darvin Ham did that, and he followed up a great 20-point game with a 2-point game and looked terrible. I think shooting is a must against the Wolves, and it's time to sign another 10-day to a big, another big to a 10-day, or something. Rudy and Cat on 3-point shoot. Bigs off the bench. Yeah, like that's my concern is just us getting dominated on the glass and in the paint, right? Because you not only do you have Rudy and Towns, but you also got Naz Reid, who's been really good this year. So I definitely have a concern. I just don't think the Lakers are going to do it. Tyler, will you get smashed on the stream if Lakers win a chip? We're going to have to do something. I don't know, probably. If we win the chip, probably. Yeah. Good bounce back, and got to love that too. Small from Reeves on Bad Bev. Yeah, it was beautiful. Beautiful. My one criticism of Ham is you don't sub out our best four at the same time and leave the bench with nothing. Ham was subbing in 4 or 5 guys at a time, like line change in hockey. Yeah, but he's been doing that and it's been fine. Like it's not like he just decided to start doing that. Like he's done it a lot this year, and it was great and it was working fine. But Reeves was also in those bench units, right? So you had Reeves, like you'd have, like he would swap like Rui, Reeves, Schroeder, guys like that. Like you do your first swap, and then he'd have like the big line swap with like AD in it or something like that, right? This time he was just trying and testing the full swap, which I don't mind, but if you're going to do that, you have to have Reeves come off the bench. Because if Reeves comes off the bench, then you can do that line change. I know I'm getting smashed Lakers with the chip. Yeah, dude, we're definitely going to have to do something. If Lakers win the chip, man, oh, man. Oh. A girl can dream, right? We got to keep 2 of our best 4 and let them run with the bench. Yeah, our defense was much tighter today. I liked our intensity. I don't know why we're so bad on Sunday. Like I said, bad games happen. It does. It just happened. We were bad on offense the first game because it wasn't with an exact game plan that was different this game. There wasn't an exact game plan that was different this game. Yeah, well, yeah, which is what I talked about in the last Bulls game, right? I said Darvin Ham probably had a game plan, and that game plan went completely out the window when LeBron, because they didn't know LeBron was going to play until literally the game started. So, you go from having your game plan to like LeBron's playing, we got to integrate LeBron in, and it just changes everything. Where this game, there was clearly a plan, great execution, everything. Lakers in 5, yes. Just think about this, everyone. The Lakers found and developed a youngster who is now the team's 4th best player on a team with Bron, AD, and D'Lo. Seriously, great, solid pickup. We're lucky, Cat, playing like a forward. Yeah, that's my only like positive about Friday's game is like Cat is playing more like a 6'8" guy than he is a 7-foot guy. He's just, when Rudy's on the court, he's pretty much just a spot up shooter. The problem is when they scatter, if they're smart, right? You're going to have moments where Winion is going to have to go up against Cat or Rudy, and he's just going to get eaten alive, right? Like that's the problem. You're either going to have to play AD like 35 minutes or you're going to have to like just hope that one of them is bad. We had an idea of what we wanted to do from the tip. Yeah. talk about a night and a day difference when D'Lo plays versus when the team doesn't. He moves with a 4-0 with D'Lo, Bron, 80 trio, and D'Lo was a game high 35. Such a valuable addition he is. He's so nice. We can only hope we get the same from Max Christie this offseason. That would be beautiful. Dude, of course. 30, yeah, he was great. I mean, he was. Congrats to Russ. Sucks that they won though. If Christie becomes as good as Reeves or better, we got some real firepower. Oh, for real. For real. I mean, Christie's already the better defender. Christie might be outside of LeBron or outside of AD and Vanderbilt. Christie might already be our best on-ball defender. It's just if he can develop like a consistent scoring game, that kid's gonna be good. Kid's gonna be really good. Because Mo Bamba will likely be back for the playoffs playing, most likely. They probably feel like they can stick it out for the final 6 games. That's kind of what I think, too. I'm with you. Yep, the T-Wolves game going to be tough. Cat stretches the floor, forcing AD to play on the perimeter, which is going to leave our paint empty for Gobert. Not looking forward to it. Let's hope that we lose tonight. My guess is that they'll just have LeBron play on Cat. Like, you're going to have LeBron on Cat, and then you're going to have – so he's just going to stick to Cat, and then AD is going to have to guard Rudy. I'm putting Vando on Cat. I wouldn't mind that either. But it just depends. If Anthony Edwards plays, you're probably going to have to put Vando on it. Vando on Edwards would be my guess. Oh, come on, Phoenix. Phoenix better not lose this game. That's going to really grind my gears. It really is. It's going to grind my gears. But anyway, back to where we were. I blame LeBron James and Ty Lue for this loss. Some needs to let D'Lo know the Wolves are throwing shots at him. Apparently, they traded for Conley in hopes bringing back maturity and someone who cared less about making flash plays. I hope that he goes at him. Go get it. Let's see. Let's not forget we were told last game that Bron ruined the flow. Bron ruins the chemistry. Like the haters wouldn't give him more than a game to get things right. New guys get it's nonsense. It's silly. Can't even entertain that stuff. Except he's more of a set shooter instead of a jump shooter. What else we got? That would be nice if we had one. Problem is we don't. And I don't see the Lakers doing it. I hope maybe they will. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll sign a 10-day tomorrow. I just wouldn't get your hopes up. By the way, THT had 41 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists with 6 threes, and the Jazz win tonight. That was with the Lakers last year. I mean, he's going to get time to actually develop and mature and get a role. He's had some rough games, but he's had some like really good games, bright games. Lakers are just not in the position to do that. And it's like, who are you playing him over? Lakers is the best. Yes, I'm with you. Isaiah Joe, is a monster in the making. I'm with you. Isaiah Joe is nice. Give that dude to Steve Kerr, seriously. Watch him ball out. He can flat out shoot, yes. What are the odds, you think, that Lakers sign another – I think you meant Lakers sign another big. I feel like it's rough without another big. I don't think anything's 0%, but I think it's pretty close. Pretty close. Let's see. THT has been playing well. I think they have starting him with Sexton and Clarkson out. Yeah. I have the Eagle. Thank you so much. I love your vids as it stands, Lakers, but let's go Lakers. Yes. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And let's go Lakers. Let's get it. How many games has Reeves played bad? Like 5. Talk about consistency. I mean, he's been up there as one of the most consistent guys. He's been really good this year. Let's see. LeBron is good, even coming out of injury. He's he's good. All right. We can see Pat getting over in practice. Yeah, fact. But sorry, trying to find something. Me, New Look Lakers are noise. I agree, noise. Fire Am Tyler. He made the bench play so bad. Oh, this is my control powers, right? He was just like, "Look, you guys are gonna suck tonight, okay? Let's make that happen." Still can't believe AR was the one to hit the juice ball back. Dude, I thought that was perfect. I thought out of everybody, like Reeves is the guy to do that, right? Like I don't know. It's more in his character. I know, like they said that, like you heard the commentators that they were like, yeah, like you could see it happen, but you never think that Reeves would do it. I actually thought Reeves would be the one to do it. I really did. Like I was hoping that Reeves was going to be the one to do it. I was just waiting for somebody to get Bev in that position. And then Reeves just ended up doing it. As soon as that happened, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, let's go, Reeves. Like, because that's just who Reeves is. Reeves is. He just, he's in people's faces. He's a tough guy. Like, he's about it. He's about it. I love it. I love it. That was just beautiful. Bet there, yeah. Okay. But if they're the same, then at least Lonnie can create for himself off the dribble. But that's the problem, is he does that, and you don't really need that, right? You don't really need that with D'Lo and Reeves and Schroeder and Rui and LeBron and Anthony Davis, and like you need that spot up shooting. Like that was the whole point of bringing Beasley in, is his spot up shooting. Problem with Lonnie is, like, yes, he can create for himself, but how often do we really need him to do that, for one? And two, when he does, he sees nothing else but that basket. And that's the problem. Like, at least you'll see Beasley at times. He'll go to make a play and he'll stop and kick it back out. Where Lonnie, rain or shine, he's going for it, which I respect. And earlier in the season, we needed that. We don't really need that as much anymore. Again, I don't mind it if they play Lonnie. My only thing is, like, if you can get Beasley going for the playoffs, I'm telling you, like, everyone, if that happens and they can get him going, everyone's going to be seen in a different team, because it's just his floor spacing and his ability to knock down shots is going to be so valuable. How do you feel about AR-15 doing great? I love it. I love it. Keep it coming. Keep going. Let's do it. Brown be winning me bread. I feel, hey, get your money. Get your bank up. I still believe Beasley, though. That Pelicans game with him in the starting lineup was good. Yeah, look, I don't think it's a coincidence that his best stretch of games, or his most consistent stretch of games, I should say, were, because he's had some other good games besides that, but his most consistent stretch of games were with LeBron and D'Lo. Like, he was really good with those two. And I just think because they both get him better looks where he has to force it, or he gets no shots off. Like today, he only got 3 shots, and like 2 of them were forced. He needs to play with LeBron and D'Lo. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Braun is not like Draymond, very rarely out of control and overly emotional. Very true. Oh yeah, Lakers legend Lance Stevenson. That was hilarious. Yeah. When Rui hits the midi pull up on Bev, that made me cry, chuckle. We had Pat Bev guarding big wings, and he was getting cooked. Now we cooking Bev with our wings of our own. The irony is comedy gold. Seriously, I love it. I love it. How the tides have turned. Oh, did he really? Did he get injured tonight? That sucks. Yeah, he's played every game this year for them, right? I'm not mistaken. Kitty 1 of 8 against tough defense teams. Damn. Is he? He's rough. He's rough right now. Let's see. Reeves with the too small. Glad to have Braun back. Yeah, I loved it. Both of those, Curtis. I'm with you. Can someone explain to me the Blazers' direction? I don't know. That's why, like, I made the video earlier. And look, I even said in the video, it's just kind of like my own personal thing. Like, it was just a fun video. Some people took it a little too serious, but I think it was just a conversation. Like, at what point does Portland just say, like, hey, Dame, we love you, man. Where do you want to go? Right? Like, at some point, you think Portland needs to just go a different direction. Like, they have like zero direction. I actually think LeBron can defend Gobert too. Praying for 7-0 record to finish out, but we need this win today. Yes, we absolutely do. I think if we go 7-0, I think we land the 6th seed. I think if we beat the Timberwolves, and I said this earlier before the game or last week, I've said this. If the Lakers beat the Timberwolves, I think we go at least 6-1, right? Because I think Houston. Because if we beat the Timberwolves, Houston should be a gimme game. Utah should be a gimme game. So there's 4 straight. Then you got the Suns and you got the Clippers, or the Clippers and the Suns, whatever order that is. What is it? It's you got the Clippers and the Suns. Clippers, I think, is a winnable game, and I think the Suns is a winnable game. And we'll see what the Suns do. Do they play Kevin Durant? Do they play Devin Booker? Do they do all that stuff? Even if they do, I still think it's a winnable game. So you have those 2 games. I think at worst they split those games, and then you got the Jazz, and then you just got to beat the Jazz. I wouldn't be shocked if we go 7-0, but I think 6-1 is probably most likely if we beat the Timberwolves. We have to beat the Timberwolves, though. Please tell him to make rotations that keep either D'Lo, Braun, AD on the floor when they said offense was non-existent. But that's also because they didn't have Reeves. Like I said, he's been doing those shift changes all season, and it's worked a lot. It's just we've had Austin Reeves on the bench for 90% of that. If they move Reeves back to the bench, then I don't mind if they do that again at all. But let's see. Shep coming in out with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Going to the game next week, should I go to Clippers or the Suns? Ooh, that's a good question. I would probably go to the Clippers game only because, 1, it'd be awesome to see them beat the Clippers. 2, I really think the Suns, if the Suns have the 4 seed locked up, I really think that they might not play everybody. Because again, they're probably going to have to play in the first round either the Clippers or the Warriors. And I know a lot of people think there's no way that they're going to sit their guys against the Lakers. If they have the 4 seed already locked up and it doesn't matter, do you really think they care more about beating the Lakers than they do about getting healthy with Kevin Durant, who just came off of injury, Chris Paul, who is super injury prone, and Devin Booker, who's been injury prone lately? I don't. I think that they care about, hey, let's get everybody healthy because we're going to have to play the Clippers, who I actually think match up probably better against them than any team in the league. Because you can put Paul George, because Paul George is supposed to be back for the playoffs. You can put Paul George on Devin Booker, and you can put Kawhi Leonard on Kevin Durant. And then, Russell Westbrook, he's going to eat Chris Paul alive. So I think that they match up really good. And they got a whole army of wings. So I don't know. I really think the Suns might just look at this and go, I just want to get healthy. So that being said, you might actually get Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook. Plus, it'd be cool to see the revenge game with Russ. So me personally, I would tell you to go to Clippers game. Although it would be cool to see Katie. But I probably have to go to that. One of these days, I'll tell you a cool Katie story I had. We'll save that for another time here because I'm trying to get through the end of the chat. But I have a cool Kevin Durant story. All I know is I would put everyone on the trading block, including as many draft assets I need. I would surround Dame with defender shooters and move him to shooting guard. I agree with you. I think they need to pick one or the other. Pick a lane and stick to it. Either go all in and try to win a championship with Dame or trade Dame and rebuild. Bamba update. He's supposed to be back for the playoffs. Don't know yet if he'll be in for the play-in, but he will be for the playoffs. Dylan Brooks called Russ ass, and he went for 36. Dude, Dylan Brooks is just – that dude's goofy. Dude's goofy as hell. How come the wins have had better turnouts than losses lately? The haters giving up on trying to break you. I guess. I don't know. I mean, we always get more people in the live stream when we win over when we lose. When we lose, I got 100 people, which shows the loyalty ones, the ones that are always in it, But yeah, I expect it. When you get a loss, people are upset, or people are trolling, or they're whatever. Get rid of all of the youth and brain experience vets. Yeah. Lonnie never seen a shot he didn't like. Exactly. That's my point. When he's made up his mind, I'm gonna go try to score. That's it. good start. But if I am the Wizards, I am keeping him. They there was a report that came out earlier that said that they're prioritizing him and Kuzma. Keep winning, facts. Let's see. Uh, what can you take away from this game? Did the Lakers dominate? The Lakers, in my opinion, absolutely dominated after that second quarter. Takeaways of the starters are really good. That two spot I think is interchangeable. But our big three play really good together and play really well off of each other, and that is going to be very valuable going forward. Um, Hart and Thibault are exactly the type of defensive aces Portland should be stocking up on. Yeah, and guess what? uh, get rid of one of them. Bro, we got to get you to meet the team like Lakers all day, every day. You a solid host. Big love the channel. Well, thank you so much, Curtis. Yeah, I would love to, maybe do some collaborations and stuff at some time. I would. I've done a couple, already, and yeah, I would love it. I'd love it. I appreciate that. Um, Dame getting that money, and he's getting tickets and jersey sales without Dame. That all goes away. It's a win-win. Yeah, I mean, if Dame's happy, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Timberwolves are huge. Can we beat them? Yeah, absolutely, we can beat them. Just gotta tighten up. It made no sense at all. No sense at all. Memphis was really missing Bang and Jackson on defense. Yeah, man, the more games we win, the more the Rockets and Mavs losses hurt my soul. I feel it. Imagine what we'd be if we won those games. We'd be 40-36 as the 6th seed right now. We would be. But, like I said, can't go backwards. It hurts. It sucks. I mean, we've had several games this year where it was like, man, we needed that. But Kawhi and Paul George on defense, yeah. Turnover Suns getting run down. CP3 looks old. AF must be saving himself, maybe. KD versus Ron for the first time in years. Somebody sitting out. I wouldn't be surprised. Bet I feel it. I show up, win or lose. Let's see. They're not trading Brown to us, though. I never say never. Might not be up to them. Free winning Gabriel and Rui Hachimura. Rui played. And, I mean, they both played. Man, I'm praying for Brown versus KD. I would love to see that. I just don't get your hopes up. I'm not saying, like, lock it in. Like, they won't play them. I'm just saying, like, I don't see a scenario where the Suns are looking at it as, like, oh, they would rather have LeBron and KD showdown than getting KD healthy in the playoffs. Like, if they have the 4 seed locked up, like if they're still fighting for it, right? And it's like if they lose, 2 or 3 games, and it's like they lose to the Lakers, they could drop into like the 6th seed or something. Then yeah, I think that I definitely think that they play them. But if they basically are like, hey, we could lose our last 2 games and we're still in the 4 seed, I wouldn't be surprised if they sit everybody. Definitely need a big until Mo Bamba gets back. We do. I just don't see that happening at all. Heart, Love, and Life in New York. Dude, he was a solid pickup for them. And he has won the race to the end of the chat. It looks like it. Well, it's like it. Tyler, I think the Lakers should consider signing Andrew Bynum to attend. Dude, Andrew Bynum's too busy playing bowling. Who's your top 3 to come out of the West? Counting the Lakers or not counting the Lakers? Because I think the Lakers are definitely one of them. But let's remove the Lakers because, I mean, we're not even in, like, the playoffs yet. We're in the play-in. Let's say with the current playoff teams, I think Denver, definitely. I think Denver, Phoenix, and probably the Clippers are probably the most likely, in my opinion. As much as it pains me to say the Clippers, I just think the reality is, like, if they can stay healthy, like, you look at all the teams in the West, and there are questions about all of them except for the Clippers, right? Like, the Clippers are the only team that, like, has the least amount of questions. I mean, there is, like, what's going to happen with Russell Westbrook? Is he going to show up in the playoffs, stuff like that? Like, are they going to be able to make that work? But as long as they're healthy, everybody knows the role. They're deep. They can shoot. They can defend. They got 2 superstars. They got everything. But if the Lakers are in it, I absolutely think the Lakers. I would probably put the Lakers up there. Yes, everyone, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a dog, tell a cousin, tell whomever. Hit that subscribe button before I get on out of here. I would greatly appreciate that. Let's see. We should get Kyrie if he becomes available, just to keep him away from other contending teams. Not really worried about Kyrie. The problem is we can't sign him. We can only trade for him. Bro, the Phoenix game is it that bad? Is they getting smacked that bad? They're only down. They're only down 5. It's all right. Oh no, what happened? Need the Suns to lose. I think we need the Wolves to lose more. Wolves up, shaking my head. It'll be all right. We'll be all right. Suns are only down 5, yeah. Remember, the Suns played the Hornets, Mavericks, and Bulls, and KD's 3 games was way overblown. Yeah, that's very true. Excellent point. But anyway, got to the end of the stream. Thank you all so very much. I really appreciate all of you. You guys are awesome. And yeah, let's go get this one on Friday. I will see you for the post-game stream on Friday. And you guys are all awesome. And I will see